This pandemic has turned the world upside down, and as quickly as everything is changing, there are still some things that stay the same. One of those factors is resiliency. Today we're going to talk about parental resiliency because we know in order for our children to be resilient, we have to be resilient. We have to put the oxygen masks on ourselves before we put it on our children. Dr. Daniel Siegel in the book A Yes Brain states, a parent's resiliency serves as a roadmap for our children on how to embrace challenges and work with different emotional states. When we look at a definition of resiliency, it's the ability to recognize that we are stressed or in a stress state. It's the ability to recognize when stress has even knocked us over, but then it's the ability to see that stress, think about that stress, reflect on it, and then stand back up and move forward in a way which embraces new strengths and new perspectives. When we are resilient, we stay constant and warm for our children. So we are a thermostat instead of a thermometer. When we are a thermometer, as events become more stressful, we become stressed. As things relax, we become relaxed. And so we're constantly going up and down. It's very, very, very hard for our children to feel psychologically secure if we're constantly being a thermometer in their life. We have to be a thermostat. The only way that we can be a thermostat is if our own gas tank is full. For many of us, it may be difficult to engage in self-care routines that we ordinarily have. And so I challenge all families to find micro self-care moments in the day. Little things that we can do at home, whether it's having a cup of tea, having a bath, staying up a little bit later with a partner so we can actually have some adult time. Using laughter. Laughter is key in getting a stress response down, so making sure that we laugh. Every single person who's listening to me today needs to write down one micro self-care thing that they can engage in. And then at night, go to bed and ask yourself, did I actually engage in it? Did my children see me engaging in self-care? Did I perhaps have those conversations about self-care with my children? So the first is self-care. The second is structure. Very often we talk about structure as being important for children, but it's just as important for adults. Again, as the world changes really, really quickly, we all need something to anchor ourselves. So have a look at your day, structure it as much as possible. Make sure that we're adding in those vital things like family dinners if we're not doing that yet. Family dinner again says, as much as everything changes, our family is still here. We don't need to talk about world events at family dinner, but it's a way of saying we are here and we are connected no matter what. Before family dinner, take a moment to be quiet, to be mindful, to reset if you need to, and then move around the table and have each person say one thing that they're grateful for. So that's family dinner and structure. Stay away from technology as much as possible. It's really, really, really tempting as we try to fill our days to sit in front of a computer, to watch television, but we know that the stress response goes up as our screen time goes up. And so try limit tech, particularly before bedtime too. We cannot be resilient if we're not sleeping well, so we really need to focus on sleep hygiene. So an hour to 2 hours before bedtime, I would shut down all tech in the house and make sure that everybody's engaging in self-care routines like reading, snuggling, laughing, having that bath as an example, but really making sure we're putting lots of emphasis on those self-care routines. And then during the day, making sure that we're moving as much as possible. When we move, particularly large muscle movement, it induces a relaxation response in the body. So play basketball, play with your children inside, go for a walk. When we get outside, we know research study shows us that psychological vitality goes up. So make sure that we're moving, getting outside, laughing, engaging in self-care, building in mindful moments as much as possible. And then again, just having that structure and those moments of pure connection with our kids. At nighttime, before you go to bed, think over the day and ask yourself, was I resilient today? What did my children see from me? Tomorrow is a new day. What do I want to do that may be a little bit different tomorrow? In my own family, we're actually setting intentions in the morning. What is one thing that we want from today? So it might be I want to put my cell phone down more. I want to engage in more present play with my children. I want to laugh more today. I want to finish a chapter of a book with my child. I want to build a puzzle. It doesn't matter what it is. Make sure that those intentions are being set each morning. And again, if you can either write them down or actually speak them out to somebody, it makes it more concrete. Remember, our kids are watching us. And these are truly the moments that they learn from us.